Mcallister at the College of New Rochelle School of New Resources in the Bronx, and we have an opening exhibit. Who do I have here?
Katrina Rhyme. I'm the director of the gallery, and I was fortunate enough to put together this show of Gordon Parks and Tony Parks' work.
What made Gordon Parks so unique? What milestones did he overcome in photography?
He was the first black photographer who was hired by Life magazine. He got his work into, I believe, Vogue and Harper's Bazaar first. He was the first black movie director. One of his books, The Learning Tree, I believe it's called. Mm-hmm. It was a pseudo-biographical work. Mm-hmm. Got turned into a movie. And from there he just kept breaking, ground further and further with fashion and social activism, and it just continued.
So he was not only into still photography, he was also into motion picture director of photography.
He was. I believe he did, I either directed or did the soundtrack for Shaft.
Okay.
So,
I believe he did that too, yeah.
Yeah, I think he started the whole blaxploitation movie genre.
What decade was that more or less?
What's that?
The decade. What decade? Was that like?
I believe that was in the 70s.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. His daughter, he has a daughter, doesn't he?
He does.
Yes.
Her name is, he has multiple children. One unfortunately passed away, but there's Gordon Parks Jr., and then Tony, I believe, was next. Mm-hmm. And Tony Parks, she moved with her father to Paris to do photography.
Yes.
She picked up French very well. But she was studying more music, piano, and Gordon Parks played piano too, I forgot to mention.
He did?
He did. He apparently was...
I never knew.
He was composing up until the day that he died.
What?
Yeah.
You see the revelation here in my
90s.
face as well?
And he was involved with creating a ballet called Martin. It was about Martin Luther King Jr.
So he was in essence a Renaissance man, huh?
Absolutely. But Tony's in this group called Kamunge. They're the first black group of photographers, and they started in 1966, I believe. And her work, there's similarities between their work, but then there are, differences. Where he was very much about pinpointing a subject, she just kind of rolls with it and takes pictures of what she sees. And she doesn't necessarily stage things. But then again, I don't think any of these photos are staged. It's mostly the models.
When you say stage, you meant like pose. This is like random shots. Capturing a moment.
These are shots that he did under certain circumstances. The situations are not necessarily staged, but he was embedded in them, mm-hmm. and he took photos while he was a part of them.
This is awesome.
Like this shot, he lived with this family, the Fontenelles, for I think about a month, and he said it was hard not to intervene financially and help them out.
Okay.
But this is a family who the father was a drinker and the mother was raising these children, and they had nothing to eat.
Wow.
Barely anything to wear. And, he wrote a story about them for Life magazine. He lived in the slums of a country in South America, and this boy had really bad asthma, and he took pictures of it, and Life was so, the readers of Life got so involved with, just like Bessie Fontenelle and her family. They donated money, and he was able to come to the United States.
Nice.
But he was, raising his siblings. So it's interesting to see how his work has evolved. But it goes back and forth, from very social, very real situations to stage photography, models.
What can you say about Muhammad Ali over there? You want to walk over there for a minute and then we'll close it?
I don't know if I can
Not
really
much?
say anything about the piece. I don't know really the history behind it.
Okay.
Other than it's
My
really
God, he really
beautiful.
captured this one.
Yeah.
It looks like a dark exposure too, huh?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Muhammad was this dark.
I don't know. It's probably the contrast when he played around with filters, if he did.
And he was right there on the scene.
Yeah.
It must have been after a fight.
Yeah. Well, it's called Muhammad Ali after the Henry Cooper fight in London, England, 1966.
Probably caught him in the locker room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
But I like how his face is in full detail. You can see the
Everything.
divots of sweat, but then when you look at his chest, it's all faded out. So you can see he was really technical about where the focus was.
What an art, huh? Well, anyway, I want to thank you so much. Now we're getting ready for the exhibit.
We're getting ready for the reception.
Who are some of the special people coming tonight?
I think, as always, we've got Dean Jones here. I don't think Tony could make it. Hopefully, mostly administration who love what they do for the school, but then they also love the perks of the
Activities.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I got you.
We should have a decent crowd here.
All right.
I'm looking forward to
This
it.
is Professor Mcallister, instructional staff, department head, communications and mathematics. And I have a gig tonight, unfortunately, in Brooklyn. I had to replace a musician who got sick, so I'll be leaving a little early, but at least I'm here to play a little flute, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you enjoying it? You enjoying the flute, my flute
I
playing?
am. I wasn't expecting it. I thought you would be doing it throughout the night.
I know. Well, there's no budget for me, so I'm volunteering. Take care, all right?
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.